Hello, welcome to another episode of TDM Eskimo Mobile, your mobile tech guy. So today I want to talk about Collabora Office on your Samsung DeX. So what is Collabora Office? Collabora Office here. Collabora Office is a LibreOffice based Android and iOS app. And if we go to Collabora Office on the Play Store, About app, it lets you know it's a LibreOffice based editor. And if you come down to licensing, it's an open source application as well. So Collabora Office. This is the view that you get. This is the view you get when you first open it for the first time. And what you see on the top is what I call the tabs and ribbons. They just call it a tab. And you can go through them, and each one of the tabs have a sub section. And you have all these tabs. So one of my favorite things to do, I keep mine set with these options, which you find in here in the view. You can toggle them on and off. This is one of my favorite tabs in Ribbon. You get the About. You can report an issue. You get some accessibility help for the application. But how many Android applications tell you about their keyboard shortcuts? So they are obviously targeting this application in a Android desktop mode for those who like to use keyboard shortcuts. So I found this very, very nice to have. It shows that Collabora Office is targeting not just your phone, because it does have a different phone navigation, which is pretty nice. But for the Android desktop, this is really nice and helpful, because they know you're going to have a keyboard set up. Even if you're in a tablet mode, so if I were to put this in more of a tablet mode, full screen is more of a tablet mode. You can see the status bar, the top window bar is gone, but you just hover your mouse and it comes right back. And the taskbar on the bottom is gone. So this is more of a tablet mode. So for those who have an Android tablet with a keyboard connected, you still have function in use. You just don't have to have an Android desktop. Another thing I like about the help, online help, I think this is more of a local online help. So not only do you get a search menu, and it takes you right to spell check-in, and you get the information about it, but you also get right here a clip of a screenshot. So if I were to exit all the way out of this and scroll through this, you can see throughout the document they have clips of a screenshot. This is very cool to me for this kind of help. I believe Collabora Office is the platinum, should be the platinum standard of help that you need for when using their application. Let's go back to view. I touched on that a minute for a second. View. So in the view, rulers. So one of the things I've noticed here, which I think should be a future fix, you can see I can toggle the rulers on and off. But if we go to Format and Page Style, we see that the page is in inches, and it's a letter size page. Even the margins are, if you see here, the margins are set up in inches. I think the rulers should be in inches as well. Not metric, but US as well, because you're using US measurement of inches. I think that should be a future fix. Another thing I like about the view, you can collapse the tab. And when you go to another spot to use, the tab comes back open, which is really nice. Except when you want to collapse the tab again, you have to come back to it to collapse the tab again and go back to work. That could be frustrating in the long run. What I find myself using is the compact view. It saves lots of real estate. You can go to this here, arrow pointing up. I can get it. I think the recording thing is in the way. Go to the arrow up and hide the blue menu part. And if you want it back, you just click on the down arrow part. Technical difficulties here. And you see it comes back to the wherever you leave, it remembers whatever view you had. I like to have the sidebar and the navigation bar. So back to the views and what I like, what I think should be fixed is the menu bars having the choice between inches and centimeters, and not just the paper in inches and centimeters, but the menus to follow the rulers to follow if you have inches or centimeters. Covered a little bit about the quick shortcuts already with the sidebars and the blue menu. Down here at the bottom is the status bar where you have lots of information, but we also have this here. I also would like to see the zoom that has a plus or minus. That would be nice to have. So to me, let's do a quick demo here of how much you can do with Collabora Office. So I have my dancing script here with header 3 where the cursor is at. If I click up here, more options for style, I double click on it, I get the paragraph style. I only need one, not two. I was afraid of that, but okay. So if I go to the fonts, and then you can see I can change the fonts. Font effects. Let's change the font to orange. And then I have a single underline. I'll change the underline to red. I hit apply. Okay, this isn't working out as well as I thought it would be. There it goes. It did take, I just needed to change the view for whatever reason for it to change. But as you can see, let's go back to home. You can see it even shows up here in the ribbon. So if you like to use the ribbon, you can have the live update and it will show everything that you do. You can see the text is in orange and underneath it is the red line. You don't have all these features that, like a traditional desktop, that you navigate, that you can see these things happening. Normally you get, just the information here and here, and like I did in the paragraph style. And you see it down here, but you don't always see it in the application, in the document. I mean, you see it in the document, but you always don't see it somewhere else. So I like that. If we come down here and some more demoing, you can see you can put symbols in. You can see where the cursor is. And another one here. You can see the time field here. If I were to click on it, time, okay. See, when I opened the document, it updated itself to it. And same with here. With the date, this bottom date is dynamic, a dynamic field. So whatever date you open it, that's the date it's going to show. Just like it did here with this document. It shows this Tuesday, it's June 30th. And down here you can see on my calendar, Tuesday, 6:30, June 30th. Text boxes. What I like about text boxes is some of the Android applications you use for text boxes is 0, 90, 180, and 270 degrees. No, but here in Collabora Office, it rotates a full 360 degrees, and you stop it wherever you want to. So Collabora Office is pretty unique in its navigation of the 3 different viewpoints, view navigations. It's modern with the tab and ribbons and the sidebars and the status bar. You have a look and a feel of a traditional PC desktop, but it's also flexible enough for screen real estate. I do have a wish list. I've already covered the rulers. I wish also down here at the bottom, where I showed some zooming, that you could also have page width. Not just the plus and minus zoom, but the page width as well, which I've seen in the Pay application in Android. That would be for a future video. But also in premium apps, what I see is third-party fonts. So I also like to see on the wish list for Collabora Office to have third-party fonts. Thank you. Have a nice day.